Okay, so first of all we have to apply for loop to print rows. Okay, they are present n row, n is equal to 5. Let's say here we have 5 rows. Okay, and for the 5 rows we have to apply for loop. Okay, and in the for loop, for the first iteration, when first iteration will become, let's say here first iteration will become, then we have to apply one more nested loops. Okay, and in the nested loops we have to print this space. You can see the space, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. Here we have to apply one more nested loops for space. Okay, and after this apply, let's say we apply nested loop for space, we have to apply one more loop. Okay, we have to apply one more loop for character. Okay, and when first iteration present, okay, first iteration of outer loop will be present, then it will print this space and it will print this alphabet also. Okay, so here we have to apply two nested loop, where first loop will be print this space, okay, and second loop will be print this character. Okay, and here you can see the pattern. There are present first in the first iteration 4 space, and for the second iteration there are present 3 space, and for the third iteration there are present 2 space, and next there are present 1 space. Okay, so these are decreased by 1. And for the second nested loop you can see there are present 1 alphabet, there are present 2 alphabet, in the third row there are present 3 alphabet, so on. This will be increased by 1. Okay, so the space will be decreased by 1 and the alphabets will be increased by 1. Okay, so here we apply program. Let's say here we take this example, n is equal to 5 rows. Okay, for the 5 rows we have to apply for loop, where we initialize for loop, let's say I is equal to 1, and here we apply condition that I should be less than equal to 5, so that it will print 5 rows. Okay, after this we increment I plus plus, and here we write logic for nested loops. Okay, so this outer loop will print each rows. Okay, and for each rows, when the first iteration come of outer loop, then here we have to apply one more for loop, which will start from, let's say, j, because we already use I is equal to 1. Okay, and in the nested loop we take j is equal to 1, because first of all we have to print this space. Okay, this space will be start from 1 and end till the j less than equal to n minus I. Okay, you can see n, what is n? N is equal to 5, n minus I is the first iteration. Okay, for the first iteration this will be 5 minus 1, which will be 4. Okay, so this space loop will be run till the 4 times. Okay, and the 4 times this will be print, means this space will be print. Okay, and after this we increment j by 1, and here we put 2 semicolon, so we delete this semicolon, and after this we have to print a space. Okay, so for this we apply process dot stdout dot write. Why we use this? Because this will print characters in the same line, so that we use process.stdout.write in place of console log, and here we write character, which is space. So it will print each space, which will start from 1 to the n minus I. What will be n minus I? N minus I will be 5 minus 1. Okay, 5 minus 1 will be 4. Okay, and when the second iteration of outer loop will come, then this will be from j, which is 1, from j to n minus I. N minus I, what will be? N minus I 5 minus 2, because this outer iteration will be 2, so that here this loop will be run from 1 to 5 minus I, which is 2. 5 minus 2 will be 3. Okay, so this loop will be run till the 3, and this will print 3 space, 1 2 3. You can see 1 2 3. Okay, and after this we have to apply one more loop. Why? Because we have to print this alphabet also. Okay, so here we apply one more loop for, and here we take variable, let's say j, and j will be start from 1, and after this we have to apply j should be less than equal to I. Why we take I? For the first outer loop this will print one alphabet. Okay, this will print one alphabet, so this loop will be start from the 1 and end from the 1. So this loop will be start from the 1 and end with 1. Why? Because you can see when outer loop will be increase, okay, when this will be in first row, then there are present one alphabet. Okay, when this will be in second row, then there are present second alphabet, I mean 2 alphabet. Okay, when this is in third row, then there are present 3 alphabets. Okay, so that this will run till the ith element, which is the outer loop. if this is first row, then this will print that alphabet. Okay, if this will be in second row, then this will print that much of alphabet. Okay, if the outer loop will be in third row, then this will print 3 alphabet. Okay, and if this will be in fourth row, then this will print 4 alphabet. So this loop will be run, and here we apply j plus plus, so that this loop will be increment by 1, and here we take process.std out, and here we take process.std out, and in place of space we take a. Okay, so for the first outer iteration, this loop will be run, and here it will print space till n minus I. Now we again understand this loop. When first iteration will be start, okay, first iteration of outer loop will be start, then for the first iteration of outer loop, these two loops will be run. Okay, and in the first nested loops, this will print n minus I spaces. Okay, and here you can see n minus I, which is 5 minus 1 space, which is 4. Okay, and for the second outer iteration, you can see n minus 2. Okay, 5 minus 2 will be 3. 3 space are present. Okay, and for the third iteration of outer loop, you can see n minus 3. 5 minus 3, there are present 2 space. Okay, so this will be goes on, and when the first iteration of the outer loop will be present, then this for loop will print first iteration row number. Okay, when first iteration will be present, then this loop will print alphabet till the first iteration. Okay, here you can see I is equal to 1, so it will print only one alphabet after this space. Okay, and for the second iteration, this will print 2 alphabets. You can see here after print these space, there are present 2 alphabets. Okay, and after this we have to apply one more thing, which is console log, because after taking here one more thing we have to add console.log. Why? Because after each row we have to print letters in the next. So this will change into the next after taking first iteration. Okay, and here we can run this program and we can see the output. Yes, you can see the output. This will be print. Okay, so this is right aligned triangle.